Long before dinosaurs ruled the earth, their ancestors walked these ancient lands. These footprints belong to creatures unlike anything alive today. They were small, fast, and incredibly adaptable, perfect survivors. This was Pangaea, a land where evolution was rewriting the rules of life. Among countless species, one group began to rise above the rest. With sharper senses and stronger limbs, they were built for the future. These were the first steps toward the age of dinosaurs. Today, we uncover the forgotten ancestors that came before the dinosaurs. Over 240 million years ago, all land on Earth was united as one giant supercontinent, Pangaea. Much of Pangaea was hot, dry, and harsh, an environment where only the toughest species survived. 11. Massive volcanoes reshaped the land, creating new habitats and pushing evolution forward. Yet Pangaea wasn't all desert. Lush forests and rivers formed pockets of life across the continent. These ancient plants supported entire ecosystems long before dinosaurs appeared. Early reptiles flourished here, each adapting to Pangaea's unpredictable climate. Powerful storms swept across the land, shaping the behavior and evolution of every creature. This was the world where the ancestors of dinosaurs took their first steps. Before dinosaurs existed, Earth was ruled by many strange and diverse reptile species. One of the earliest dominant reptiles was Proterosuchus, a crocodile-like predator living along river edges. Euparkeria was small but fast, a nimble hunter that could briefly lift itself on two legs. Herbivores like Hyperdapedon formed grazing groups, shaping early food chains of the Triassic. Cynodonts, early relatives of mammals, developed whiskers, warm bodies, and complex social behavior. Rhinoceros dominated many regions, using their strong jaws to crush hard vegetation. But the top hunters were early Archosaurs, ancient reptiles that would one day give rise to dinosaurs. These species formed a vibrant and competitive world, setting the stage for the first true dinosaurs. Life in the Triassic was a constant fight for survival. These early proto-dinosaurs competed fiercely for every insect, seed, and scrap of food. Territory meant everything. A few steps of land could decide who lived and who starved. Speed was a weapon. The quickest hunters got the meal. Everyone else stayed hungry. In this world, danger struck without warning. Every shadow could hide a predator. Survival wasn't guaranteed. Even escaping once meant only buying time until the next threat. To survive, some sought safety in numbers. Cooperation slowly shaped their future evolution. The smartest individuals learned to hide, using instinct to outthink stronger enemies. Slowly, through endless battles and hard-won lessons, these survivors laid the first stones on the path toward true dinosaurs. Meet the Lagerpetids, tiny but quick creatures, the earliest known relatives of dinosaurs. Their long legs and nimble movements allowed them to escape predators with ease. Despite their size, they were highly social, communicating subtly to avoid danger. Constant vigilance was essential. One misstep could mean death. Agility was their greatest weapon, letting them navigate complex terrains effortlessly. Eyes sharp and senses acute, They were masters at detecting threats early. Small in size but full of energy, they roamed the Triassic world in search of safety and food. These tiny ancestors, quick and cunning, laid the evolutionary foundations for the first true dinosaurs. Marsuchus, small and swift, was among the first true proto-dinosaurs roaming the Triassic plains. Its powerful legs allowed bursts of incredible speed, escaping predators with ease. Though small, these creatures constantly scanned for danger, learning to survive in groups. Even a momentary lapse in attention could mean becoming a meal for lurking predators. Herding provided protection. Safety in numbers became a key strategy for survival. Their agility wasn't just for running, it allowed them to navigate complex terrain with ease. Keen senses let them detect predators early, giving them precious seconds to flee. Social behaviors began to emerge, helping them coordinate and survive as a group. Predators were always near, forcing constant vigilance and rapid responses. These small but clever creatures were on the evolutionary path toward the first dinosaurs. Together with other proto-dinosaurs, they filled the Triassic world with life, preparing the stage for the Mesozoic era. Millions of years after the Permian extinction, dinosaurs began to diversify across Triassic landscapes. Some remained small and agile, hunting insects and small reptiles. Others adapted to feed on emerging plant life, forming herds for protection. Rivers and wetlands became thriving habitats for these early giants. Predators developed cunning and speed, mastering the art of hunting. Even in harsh conditions, dinosaurs adapted and spread across the continent. The skies too were claimed, as the first flying reptiles soared overhead. Social behaviors began to emerge, hinting at complex interactions. A mosaic of species filled every ecological niche, preparing the stage for the Mesozoic era. Life remained a constant struggle, each day a battle for survival. Over millions of years, some proto-dinosaurs began evolving into the first true dinosaurs. These creatures adapted their bodies for speed, balance, and survival. Exploring new lands, they began to occupy diverse ecological niches. Predators sharpened their instincts, driving rapid evolutionary changes. Social behaviors evolved further, helping them coordinate and survive. The skies, too, became home to the first flying reptiles, expanding the dinosaur lineage. These small but clever species laid the foundations for the diverse dinosaurs to come. And so began the age of dinosaurs, a world that would dominate Earth for millions of years. As the Triassic era ended, the first dinosaurs had emerged, small but resilient. They adapted, thrived, and set the stage for an age that would reshape the Earth. From tiny ancestors to agile hunters, life evolved in extraordinary ways. Each day was a struggle for survival, teaching lessons that would echo for millions of years. In the next episode, discover the Triassic dinosaurs, the first steps of giants on Earth. Get ready to explore how these early pioneers became rulers of a new world.